Welcome back, Truth Seeker. February 10th, 2025, Monday. The big story tonight, Donald Trump says if Hamas has not released every last Israeli hostage by this Saturday, all hell will break loose. And remember, this whole debacle began on Saturday, October 7th, 2023, on Putin's 71st birthday, 71 days before the Pope's birthday. And as we explained that day, 71 is a very important number to the Catholic Church in Gematria. The word Catholic equals 71. It's military order. The Society of Jesus equates to 71. It might remind you that Trump took office for the first time in his 71st year of life, turning 71 June 14th, 2017. But now, this coming Saturday will be exactly 71 weeks after the war began. Excuse me. If you're new here, Gematria, the Kabbalistic practice of coding numbers into words. It's based on the alphabetic order and the alphabetic order in reverse. If you spell out Catholic, C, the third letter of the alphabet, A, the first, T, the 20th, H, the 8th, and so on, you add up the letters as numbers. That's how Catholic equates to 71. Remember, if you run the alphabetic order in reverse, Catholic adds up to 145 instead. Like there's 145 more chapters in the Catholic Old Testament, the Jewish section of the Catholic Bible. And Israel was created on the 14th day of the 5th month, 14/5. David Ben-Gurion, the first prime minister, also equals 145. With regards to running the alphabetic order in reverse, the word hell equates to 71. Trump says all hell will break loose. Again, Donald Trump is a Jesuit actor. Everything going on the world stage is literally stage managed by this Kabbalistic code of letters and numbers and dates. And again, why is it this way? Because the calendar we're on was given to us by the Catholic Church, specifically the Jesuit priest Christopher Clavius, at the same moment the English alphabet was standardized with the 26 letters we use today. And if you research the English alphabet, you'll find the oldest English script goes back to the monk Burford of Meade Ave, part of the Catholic Church. But yeah, just the latest 71. And in light of the war starting on Putin's 71st birthday, do not forget that was also the anniversary of the U.S. invading Afghanistan. October 7th, 2001 was when that happened. It matters because it's a historical chain. Once upon a time, the CIA funded bin Laden to interfere with the Soviet Union in Afghanistan, the Mujahideen, or however you say that. And then they say he get radicalized and created Al-Qaeda, which led to 9/11, which led to the War on Terror, which led to the invasion of Afghanistan October 7th. And then this happens in Israel on October 7th, and they refer to it as their 9/11. Again, all of this stuff has been by the numbers. And don't forget, October 7th leaves 85 days left in the year. The word Templar equals 85. They waged the Crusades. When we went into Afghanistan, Bush referred to it as a crusade. He was a member of Skull and Bones, which gets their symbolism from how the Templars bury their dead. But, yeah, it's just, again, the world is a stage, and we know all these phrases. Political theater, the theater of war. Your days are numbered. Your number's up. Hamas, your number's up. We started this in a 71 ritual. All hell's going to break loose exactly 71 weeks later. Again, just all the little jokes, all the parallels to Joe Biden and Jimmy Carter. At the end of Biden's term, him and Trump are negotiating a hostage deal. Like how Donald Trump has all the parallels to Reagan, and when Reagan came into office, the 444-day Iranian hostage crisis ended. And you might recall Netanyahu made his remarks 44 days. He made his remarks on the anniversary of the hostage crisis beginning about how all the hostages needed to be returned. Or, they wouldn't stop bombing. And, of course, Gaza looks even more like rubble. Donald Trump says we're just going to clear it out with the forces. Everybody loves our glorious plan. We're going to turn it into the French Riviera when the Jesuits are from France. Anyway, it is just sick watching all this stuff go on. And, one last point with regards to Trump's remarks coming today, February 10th, the majority of the world writes the date 10/2 like 102. Remember, the only reason we know about the text Art of War is because of the Jesuit priest Father Amiot, who published it in 1773. Again, you look into that, there's no proof a Sun Tzu ever existed, but the Jesuit logo is the sun. And they've been in the Far East for longer than the U.S. has existed. But in Gematria, Art of War equals 102. And don't forget, the U.S. federal government simulated the 9/11 attack with Operation Amalgam Virgo 102 days before 9/11 happened. Art of War 102. So 10/2. Trump's big threat in the ongoing war in Israel. The nation created in a big Catholic ritual on 14/5. Again, Catholic 145 and 71. I suppose for a little bit more, I can read some of the mainstream reporting, aka the propaganda. Trump says ceasefire should be canceled if hostages aren't released by Saturday. Let all hell break out. Remember, Trump runs on Mega, the highest degree of the Church of Satan. Trump said if Hamas doesn't return all hostages by noon on Saturday, the ceasefire should be called off. President Donald Trump said if Hamas does not return all hostages by noon on Saturday, he will call for the ceasefire in the Gaza Strip to be canceled and let all hell break out. Trump made the comments after signing executive orders in the Oval Office Monday evening. When asked if he felt the ceasefire deal should be canceled, the president said that it is Israel's decision. If all the Gaza hostages aren't returned by Saturday at 12, I would say cancel the ceasefire, Trump said in the Oval Office. Let all the hell break out. Israel can override it. Trump stressed that Hamas needs to release all of them, not in drips and drabs. Saturday at 12 p.m. And after that, I would say all hell is going to break out, Trump said. He doubled down on the hells. In hell, you just run the alphabetical order in reverse. 71. A Hamas spokesperson said Monday that the terrorist group will delay the next planned release of hostages in the Gaza Strip after accusing Israel of violating the ceasefire agreement. One other thing about 71 is Israel turned 76 in 2024. So they would have turned 71 5 years earlier in 2019, right in the middle of Trump's first term. I have to go back and look at how long before that. Oh. Well, August 11th, 2019 was the year they had that incident at Temple Mount, where the Israeli police attacked the Muslim worshipers, beat them down with the batons, sprayed the gas on them. On Tisha B'Av, to remember the destruction of the two temples. That's another word that equals 71, temple. Again, for people who don't know the history, the only reason modern-day Israel is where it is because the Templars thought that that's where Herod's and Solomon's temple was that were destroyed by the Babylonians and Romans. And the Templars referred to Al-Aqsa Mosque as Solomon's temple. In the Crusades, they took that over, and it has been returned. Right now, it's one of the most Muslim holy sites in the world. But there's people in the world that want to demolish that Al-Aqsa Mosque and build the third temple there, which is part of the Jewish prophecy. And again, in Israel, they have that temple coin for sale with Trump's head and King Cyrus's head on one side of the coin and the third temple on the other. And everyone who's bought that coin is helping raise funds to eventually build the third temple where Al-Aqsa Mosque is. But yeah, that was 2019, the year that Israel was 71, that incident happened there. So everything is just coming more clear as time passes on. And again, the Templars, military order of the Catholic Church, the modern-day Jesuits are the modern-day Templars. That's why the Templar cross is in the middle of their logo. Don't forget their motto, Isus Hominum Salvator, which is abbreviated IHS in that logo. It equals 85, like October 7th leaves 85 days left in the year. Templar 85, the Templar cross also in the logo. Oh, and you know what else? Saturday is February 15th, right? That's the 46th day of the year. So if you're new here, the four base ciphers of the English language, the alphabetic order, that's where Catholic is 71. The reverse alphabetic order, that's where Catholic's 145. And then the other two base ciphers are the alphabetic order with numerology applied to each letter. So you get Catholic into 35. Catholic equals 35, like the first Catholic President JFK was number 35, killed on I-35. If you run the alphabetic order in reverse numerology, Catholic equals 46, like JFK was killed at 46. Joe Biden became the nation's second Catholic president, number 46, exactly 46 weeks after the Pope's birthday. And then this thing broke out while he was president. February 15th is the 46th day of the year. Temple Mount has the gematria of 46 like religion. So yeah, February 15th, 46th day of the year, exactly 71 weeks since the war began. Again, I'm gonna have to go back and look. I can't remember off the top of my head when they started selling that temple coin with Trump's face on it, but if you want to beat me to it, that is the next piece of this to go back and review and see how all of that lines up with this right now. And again, if you're new here, just to show you, you can download this calculator off my website for free, GematriaEffect.news. When you run the alphabetic order in reverse, hell, 71. Again, Catholic, like I was just saying, four base ciphers, 71, 35, 145, 46. But yeah, 46th day of the year, 71 weeks in. Again, the Society of Jesus, the formal title of the Jesuits, were in the time of the first Jesuit Pope. It was 71 days for his birthday. The war began. February 15th will be 60 days after the Pope's birthday. Donald Trump equals 60, just won the 60th election. Remember, his ex-wife fell down the stairs and died exactly 60 weeks into the first ever Jesuit Ignatian year. The same day he said he'd run in the upcoming election, which was the 60th. The first decade, the Jesuits were recognized by the Catholic Church. Their order was limited to 10 members. That also means that the Pope and the Superior General's birthdays are 35 days apart, so it's 95 days after the Superior General's birthday, February 15th. And again, the Jesuits were created to counter the 95 Theses. Something else. All hell's going to break loose by the numbers, unless Hamas caves. We'll leave it there for now, Truth Seeker. Till next time.